Hey guys, my name is Kate. I'm a part-time clothing reseller. In today's video, we're going to be going through my online sales between the dates of February 23rd through March 9th, so the very end of February to the beginning of March. And I actually made my first ever sale on Vinted. Really excited about that. I have done a little bit of cross-listing to Vinted. Vendu, if you don't know, is the cross-listing tool that I use, and they let you cross-list to Vinted. I don't know how many other cross-listing platforms allow you to do that, but I made my first sale on Vinted, and I didn't know, but you get the full amount of what you sold your item for. And so I have the full amount pending in my wallet on Vinted for how much I sold my item for. It's like Mercari used to do it, and I'm hoping to sell more on Vinted now because I want that full, asking price. I want the full amount that I sold my item for. Without any more rambling, let's dive into my sales.
Hi guys, we're going to start off with Mercari. If you're new to my what sold videos or my videos in general, I start off with Mercari because this is where I make the least amount of sales, and so I go up from least amount of sales to most amount of sales. That's why I end off with Poshmark, because I make the most amount of sales on Poshmark usually, although technically I made the least amount of sales on Vinted this week, so I guess I should be starting off with Vinted, but we're going to start off with Mercari like always. This first sale on Mercari is this Merrill brown leather lace-up Primaloft waterproof insulated outdoor boots size 9. As you can see right here, I put C, or not CZ, SZ instead of spelling out size, the full word, because I ran out of characters. And sometimes I like to shorten the word size, even though it's already such a short word, because it gives me more characters to add in other great keywords. In my description, I put the keywords warm, faux fur, grunge neutral, gorpcore winter, travel, hiking, camping, and 200-gram insulation. I put style tags in my description of my listings on Mercari, Depop, and Poshmark because the search bar will take keywords not only from my title but from my description. So if you load up your description with keywords, you're more likely to show up higher in the search algorithm. I paid $4.99 for these at a Savers thrift store. They sold for $32, which I believe was an offer that I accepted. And I'm not sure on the exact time frame that these took to sell, but I know that it was less than 2 months, definitely less than 2 months. It might be less than a month. And I'm not sure on my exact profit because my husband is still figuring out Mercari. They had a fee change back in January, so we're kind of behind. Currently, my Excel sheet is taking old Mercari fees, so it's telling me the incorrect amount of profit. But you can kind of get an idea turning $4.99 into 32 minus Mercari's fees, which I think is 10% plus something else. All right, let's move on now to the next sale I made on Mercari, which is this AG1 green athletic adjustable sporty outdoor. I just realized I put sporty twice. Sporty outdoor sporty baseball cap hat, 100% cotton. In my description, I put the keywords casual, travel, neutral, and athleisure. I bought this hat at the Goodwill outlet for $1. It sold for my full asking price of $15. Not sure on my exact profit, not huge, but it only took 14 days to sell, so pretty quick flip. And I love picking up hats and really lightweight items like this from the bins because although it's a small profit, it, is a quick flip and super easy to take pictures of and store in my inventory. Last sale I wanted to go through with you guys on Mercari is this Coldwater Creek, or new Coldwater Creek, burnt red 100% linen button-up shacket shirt size 3X. Shackets are just like jackets that are also kind of shirts. And sometimes if I have a shirt that's also like a jacket, I'll just put shirt and jacket. This time I decided to use the actual word shacket. And in my description, I put the keywords log and look breathable, lightweight business, casual, and fall colors. I bought this at a regular thrift store called Deseret Industries for $10, which is kind of high, right, for a item at a regular thrift store. That's paying up, in my opinion. But this was 100% linen, and it was a size 3X, and it was a jacket, which is a pretty desirable piece on the secondhand market as well as the firsthand market. And it was also not technically new with tags, but it did have like that tag with the button. So I did put it as new with tags. So I did pay $10, like I said. It sold for $38.99, which I actually think that I had this listed for $35. And then when Mercari did their fee change back in January, it automatically priced all my listings on Mercari up a few dollars. So the buyer flat out bought it for $38.99, which is great. That's super close to $40. Not sure on my exact profit, but this took exactly 90 days to sell. Coldwater Creek is not necessarily a brand that I seek out, but if it has the right factors, I'm definitely willing to get it. And this shacket shirt thing had all the great factors. I forgot to mention for that Merrell pair of boots at the beginning of this video. Merrell is a great brand. If you don't know, it's spelled Merrell. And their stuff, especially right now when we're kind of heading into spring, Keen, which is another kind of outdoor shoe brand, and Merrell are selling really well because they're great for hiking, and brand new, they retail for over like $100. Let's move on to Vinted. And this is my first time kind of using Vinted on a computer, so I'm not exactly sure how this works, but for my title, I put Coldwater Creek brown leather harness block heel classic tall boots size 7 medium. In my description, I put the keywords going out, feminine, classy, neutral, sexy, quality, riding boots, vintage, and 90s. So maybe they do, maybe they don't, but because I just cross list everything from Poshmark and Poshmark does take keywords from your description, I don't take the extra step to delete it out of my description for eBay and Vinted if they don't take keywords from your description. If you do not know, Vinted is very, very, very much strict on their rule with stock photos. I know that technically you're not supposed to have stock photos on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop, but Vinted will crack down. They will delete your listing, and I've had that happen to me a few times. I'm honestly kind of surprised actually that they haven't shut down my account. But these were blowing up on Depop, this particular pair of shoes. I paid $10 for these at a regular thrift store. What made me pick them up was because I had another pair of, well, actually, I've had a few pairs of genuine leather tall boots sell for like $40 to $50 for the past couple of months. And so when I saw these at the thrift store and they were genuine leather, and that they had kind of like a riding boot detail and they were in pristine condition. I did pay $10 and they sold for my full asking price of $45. And so my profit is $35. And if you see right here, you can see the 45, right? And so the buyer, it says subtotal for buyer was $47.95. So the buyer had to pay $2.95, which is not a part of the shipping or the cost of the pair of boots. And I think that just helps Vinted make money. And these only took 11 days to sell. So really, really great. This is definitely a category I keep an eye out for. It will probably have less of a desirability as we're moving into warmer weather, but genuine leather, tall boots that are in excellent condition, they just have a market for them because they are pretty expensive, brand new. And I thought these were really cute and classy. Moving on over to Depop, I sold a pair of American Eagle jeans. American Eagle is actually one of my favorite brands in denim to resell. You just have to get it for a low cost of goods. So best to get it at like garage sales or from like a friend who doesn't want their pair of American Eagle jeans. And you could say, hey, I will give you $2 for those and then resell them on the secondhand market. But this pair of American Eagle jeans, in my title, I put American Eagle light wash, strigid ripped high waisted ankle mom jeans, size 10 long. That was another great factor for these jeans is pants that either specify with a T or an L for tall or long. Then, it's great for girls that are a little bit taller because jeans are definitely made for a specific length of legs. And so that's why some companies make jeans that are for shorter women or jeans that are for taller women. And then I got a paragraph directly from American Eagle's website. And in my own keywords, I put the words casual, trendy, cute, and school. As you can see, these had 36 likes before they sold. I accepted a $19 offer on these. I only paid $3 at the bins, or also known as the Goodwill outlet. So my profit is $14.92, and these took 18 days to sell. So pretty quick flip. Would do that again. Like I said, American Eagle is becoming one of my favorite brands to resell in denim. Moving on, we have this. Let's see if there we go. Angie Cream Floral Whimsical Deep V Sleeveless Very Long Maxi Dress Size Large. I put in my description romantic, special occasion, summer vacation, boho, bohemian, as well as festival. I bought this dress at the Goodwill outlet for $4. It was a maxi dress that was a little bit heavier, so that's why my cost of goods is a little higher than normal for cost of goods for something that I bought at the bins. So $4. It sold for my full asking price of $32. This was blowing up on Depop. As you can see, it had 43 likes before it sold. So my earnings are $26.49, and this only took 7 days to sell. Originally, I had taken a photo of this dress on the hanger, and it just did not look good. And so I went back and I'm like, okay, Kate, you need to redo photos of this dress on your mannequin because the way that it looked on the hanger just didn't look good because it's a crisscross back, which can kind of make the dress kind of squished up if it's just on a hanger. So I'm really glad that I took new pictures because I think that that helped this dress to sell. Definitely a beautiful piece, very bohemian, and it was also in a larger size. Very fun for summer, spring, and maxi dresses do particularly well over midi or mini length dresses. Moving on now to another dress, actually, popping off the dresses on Depop for these past couple of weeks. This dress that I sold is this Maury Lee lavender purple floral fairy embroidered formal maxi dress size 2. There was no size tag, but according to measurements, I deciphered it was a size 2. Whenever I have a clothing item that doesn't have a size, that's obviously pretty annoying, right? Because sizing for clothing is very subjective, but usually I'll just go onto Google and I'll type in women's size dress measurements and I will just compare a few different charts to mostly the waistline and bust line, the pit to pit, because usually the length doesn't really change that much between sizes. So I deciphered this was a size 2. In my description, I put the keywords romantic, sleeveless, vintage prom, homecoming school dance, lined, dressy, flattering pageant event, evening dress, bridesmaid, unique, and 90s. Dresses, formal dresses, I think are beginning to sell because I think we're heading into prom season or prom season has already arrived. I thought this dress was gorgeous. I love that it was lavender and then it had this pretty floral embroidery along the neckline. I actually paid $5 for this at a regular thrift store, which is pretty low. Usually they mark up formal dresses a lot higher, but they actually had this dress in the costume section, and I remember seeing it and pulling it out and being really happy. It was only $5. It sold for $40, which was an offer that I accepted. And so my profit is $33.23. But this dress did take 166 days to sell. Based on, the past however long I've been reselling, I cannot resell formal dresses very well. And so I've kind of stopped even looking in the formal dress section because I just can't seem to sell formal dresses very well, but this was very tempting because it was only $5 and it was a really pretty vintage formal dress. Here is a really awesome brand to keep an eye out for. I've never found it except for this one time that I picked it up, and now it has sold on Depop. This is a Trip NYC, which is the brand, orange, ultra skinny, punk bright, unique tee-back jeans size 7. And then in my description, or actually, it looks like I got a little paragraph. So maybe these were being sold somewhere that sells Trip NYC or Trip NYC's website directly. But in my personal keywords, I put rave, indie, eclectic, unique, pop of color. I should have also put emo, but I put streetwear, punk, indie, and maximalism. I bought these at bins for $3. They sold for $20, which was, I believe, an offer that I accepted. So my earnings are $15.89, and these took 98 days to sell. Definitely keep an eye out for the brand Trip NYC, Trip with 2 P's. This was a size 7, which means it is a junior size because women's sizing is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. But junior sizing is like 1, 3, 5, 7. So junior sizing is odd numbers. So this was a size 7, really cool, unique pair of jeans would definitely pick those up again. Hope to find this brand sometime this year. That would be great. This next sale is this really pretty vintage dress. This is a Nibiran red black Y2K BB doll sleeveless asymmetrical knee length dress size small. This dress was marked at a size large, but it very clearly looked like a size small. So I put it as a size small and then just mentioned that, hey, this is actually a size large, but really, if you're searching for a size small dress, then this is the dress for you. In my personal tags, I put vintage, floral, tropical, stretchy, travel, feminine, sexy, whimsy goth, and ruffle, as well as, let's see, bohemian. What made this dress very unique is the fact that it was asymmetrical, which means that the cut at the bottom of the dress wasn't all like, it wasn't parallel. It kind of had like a diagonal to it. And that is actually a pretty desirable factor in dresses. It's pretty trendy. But I bought this at the Goodwill outlet for $2. This was getting interest here and there. As you can see, it had 33 likes, but I ended up accepting a $17.80 offer. And so my profit is $14.76. And this took 163 days to sell. Okay, you guys, for some reason, Depop is failing me. Every time I go to click on the listing, it says that page doesn't exist. So I'm just going to tell you that it's sold on Depop, but we're going to go back to eBay where I have the listing still. It's just, marked as unsold and is in my unsold inventory now. But I sold this dress on Depop. This is a Old Navy white blue beachy coastal linen cotton knee length crochet dress size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords resort wear, vacation, sleeveless, breathable, nautical sundress, summer, midi, tassels, and boho. I bought this dress at the Goodwill outlet for $2. It sold for $22, which was an offer that I accepted. And so my profit is $18.82. And this dress took 240 days. So it did take a while, but we just had to wait until we were approaching the warmer months. This was a larger size Old Navy. Although it was a shorter length, it did have linen in it. And the colorway made it very coastal, beachy. And I loved the square neckline with that little bit of crochet detail. Just a really pretty dress. And then the other thing that I sold on Depop, if it will let me click on it, if not, we will go over to eBay and then just look up the sale. But it keeps saying, there we go. All right, so this last sale on Depop is this Georgia boot brown 6-inch low heel logger waterproof lace up work size 12 medium. In my description, I put the keywords grunge, outdoor quality, oil resistant, neutral workwear, activewear, and travel. I bought this pair of boots from the Goodwill outlet for $16. This was a pretty heavy pair of boots. This sold for an offer of $35.50. And so that makes my profit $17.88. Really glad that this pair of boots sold on Depop because Depop has such low fees. And these only took 53 days to sell. Actually, right after I sold these Georgia boots, I got a watcher on eBay for them. And then I quickly ended the listing on eBay because I didn't want them to sell on eBay as well, because that could put a ding on my account having to cancel a sale that had already sold somewhere else. All right, moving on from Depop, we will go on to eBay. By the way, I'm not going to be going through every single sale on every platform. I skipped a few on Depop. I did go through every single one on Mercari and Vinted, but I skipped a few on Depop, and we're going to skip through some of them on eBay and Poshmark. This first sale is this vintage cream crochet short sleeve Henley cottagecore coquette shirt size small. In my description, I put the keywords hand crocheted, open knit, quality, boho, feminine, flattering, and I guess that's it. I got a little confused because it had my bin number M36 there. Sometimes when I cross this with Vendu, it kind of puts my description all weird. And anyway, it turns out a little bit different. But I bought this shirt from the Goodwill outlet for $2. It sold for an offer of $18. My profit is $11.68. And this took 155 days to sell. So it did take a while. This did have some interest on Depop. I thought this thing was absolutely gorgeous. It was marked as a size medium, but definitely fit like a small. I loved the way it was crocheted. I loved that it was a Henley, and I loved that it was 100% cotton. I just thought it was a very, very beautiful top. Another surprising top that I sold on eBay is this Alfred Dunner light pink knit coquette girly embroidered short sleeve top size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords sequins, butterfly, flower, sweater, grandma core, and vintage. I bought this at, you guessed it, the Goodwill outlet for $2. It sold for $20, which I think was an offer that I sent out. And so my profit is $13.20. And this only took 74 days to sell. So that's great. 74 days is within that 90-day period, which is ideal. I love this shirt. I think it's really cute. I love the light pink. And then it kind of had like this printed pearl pattern, but then it had like this embroidered flower and then this embroidered butterfly. So really pretty shirt. Would definitely pick that up again from the Goodwill outlet. That's why I love going to the Goodwill outlet, because I have a lot more options for things I can pick up because the profit margin is so much bigger than at the regular thrift store. We're going to move on now to this sale, this Garnet Hill white green 100% merino wool 3/4 sleeve button up cardigan, size medium. In my description, I put the keywords colorful, elegant, business casual, mature teacher, multicolor, feminine, quality, quiet luxury, and fairy. I bought this at a Goodwill for either $4.99 or $6.99. I could not find it on my Excel chart because it was on my old Excel chart before I made my new Excel chart. Surprisingly, this took forever to sell. And then I got an offer of $19.19, which I took. And this took a very long time. Like I said, I think it's over 9 months. It might be over a year, but I know that it's definitely over 9 months that this took to sell, which I feel like is surprising because I feel like this is a really beautiful piece. It's 100% merino wool, but it just didn't. I actually never come across the brand Garnet Hill. So this was like my first and only time that I've come across the brand, but apparently I could not get it to sell very well. Maybe if it was in a larger size, because I think Garnet Hill is more of a mature brand. This next sale, it was a very, very quick flip. This is a Fear of God Essentials brown elastic waist, zipped pockets, casual shorts, size medium. In my description, I put the keywords streetwear neutral drawstring, waist, and every day. This pair of shorts had fading along the waistband, and there was sun fading all over the front and I think the back of the shorts. And then the metal part on the zippers were a little faded too, like the metal was discolored. But it was the brand Fear of God, which I've never found before. And I know that that is a Bolo brand. So I paid $1 for it at a thrift store called Calvary Thrift. They just had like a few bins where everything was $1. Found these and I'm like, okay, only $1. I'm going to try these out. Only listed them for 22, but they sold very quickly. My profit is $15.72, and these only took 6 days to sell, which is great. Probably means I might have been able to price them for more, but I feel like the sun fading was pretty significant. This next sale is this D jeans brown paisley corduroy lace tiered fairy grunge Y2K midi skirt size 12. In my description, I put the keywords festival, western, hippie, cowgirl, country, multicolor, travel, and fully lined. I know I've said this in other Wetzel videos, so sorry if you watch all my Wetzel videos and I sound like a broken record, but the search results when you're searching and you're a buyer, the search algorithm will take keywords from your description and your title in every app except eBay. So for eBay, I will put all those keywords into the theme section in item specifics. I paid $6 for this at a regular thrift store. I bought this for style-based reasons. I loved everything about it. I loved that it was tiered. I loved that it was lace. I loved that it was corduroy. I thought it was very, very Y2K. And so I paid $6. It sold for $22. So my profit is $10.72, and it took 105 days to sell. So I feel like in terms of style-based pickups, that's pretty good, but next time I probably would pass this up at a regular thrift store, but at the Goodwill outlet where I can get it for cheaper, I am gonna pick it up. All right, you guys, I've talked about Pearl Izumi and how I cannot get it to sell. Well, this shirt sold for me. This is a Pearl Izumi colorful celestial seasonings red zinger cycling shirt size large. In my description, I put the keywords unique, flowers, floral, multicolor, summer, spring, athletic, athleisure, fitness, sporty, workout, and outdoor. For this specific top, actually, I found it at the Goodwill outlet. And so I looked for comps and the sell rate on eBay, and can't remember if the sell-through rate was good on eBay, but I did find a specific comp for this exact shirt for $25. So I decided to pick it up. I paid $2. It sold for $20. And so my profit is $13.20. And this only took 45 days to sell. So I like it. It was a pretty cool cycling shirt, right? aside from the brand being Pearl Izumi, and I would pick that up again. I'm skipping all of these orders because I ran through these sales in my last video talking about Ship With Me, or it was a Ship With Me video. But we are going to talk about this. This is a fresh produce blue square neck sleeveless beachy cotton mini dress size large. In my description, it's the keywords summer vacation, nautical resort wear, cottagecore, and log and look. I actually have never found fresh produce before. And then I found it for my first time ever when I went thrifting in South Padre Island. And then, wouldn't you know, just a couple weeks later, I found it again at the normal thrift store, which is this dress. I paid $6. It only sold for $23. That was an offer that I sent out because I had a watcher after only 5 days. And so it sold in 5 days. And my profit is $11.48. Next is this vintage 1980 Phantom of the Opera black white mask graphic t-shirt size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords short sleeve 80s, pre-shrunk, 100% cotton, heavyweight, and music. I bought this shirt at a state sale for $1. It sold for my full asking price of $30, which makes my earnings $21.80, and this took 119 days to sell. I bought this because it was a vintage t-shirt, 1980. I'm not sure if it was single stitch or not, but I knew someone was going to buy this for a $25 to $35 range in timely manner. What I mean by timely manner is less than a year for stuff like this, right? All right, last sale to go through on eBay is this beret, actually. I originally had this beret listed way too high, but this is a vintage 1940s exposition wool navy blue Parisian classy old England beret hat. In my description, I put the keywords Paris, Parisian, classic, classy, and Italy. I bought this at the Goodwill outlet for $1. It sold for $18. I had it listed at 30, like I said, and then I reduced it to 24, and then I accepted an $18 offer. So my earnings are $12.68, and this took 334 days to sell. So it was just an error on my part because I had it listed way too high, but I did have my husband take a picture of me wearing it because I feel like just holding it in my hand and taking a picture of that didn't really do the hat justice. And I think this is so, so cute. It was wool, I believe, and vintage. So super, super cute hat. All right, that's it for eBay. Let's move on to Poshmark. First sale on Poshmark is this Good American, Good Legs, organic cotton chewed hem stretch skinny jeans, size 6. In my description, I put the keywords everyday, shaping, back to school, mid-rise, medium wash, casual, and comfy. When it comes to jeans, there are a few keywords I like to put in. I like to put in casual, everyday, school. Sometimes I'll put shaping or slimming, and I'll also include if it's stretchy or not. I actually bought these from the Goodwill outlet for $3. They sold for $31, which was my full asking price after Prime Lister, which is the Poshmark automation tool I use, sent out its offer, which makes my earnings $21.80. This did take 257 days to sell. Interestingly enough, if you watched a few Thrift With Me videos ago, I found a Good American pair of jeans, but I didn't buy them because the Good American pair of jeans, which is this pair of jeans, hadn't sold for me yet. Then, after a week of finding those, or a couple days after I spotted those other Good American jeans at the thrift store, this pair of jeans sold for me. So would I pick up Good American in the future? Maybe, if it was from the Goodwill outlet. The sell-through rate doesn't appear to be that good, but it did sell for $31, which I'm happy with, right? And my profit was over that $20 mark, which is excellent. Next sale is this Ivy City Co. black chiffon pleated midi maxi v-neck ruffle sleeve dress size large. In my description, I put the keywords elegant, little black dress, modest event, flowy, A-line, church, funeral, school dance, prom, sweethearts, long, and cocktail. I bought this dress at a Savers for $12.10. It sold for $35. I believe I had this listed for $55 or $50, and I did accept a $35 offer because it had been a while, which makes my earnings $15.90. And this took 176 days to sell. So not ideal, but Ivy City Co. is a great brand to be on the lookout for. Their dresses retail for a lot. The tag looks something like that. This, I've sold one other Ivy City Co. dress before that I found at the Goodwill outlet. This was a pretty plain dress, though. Ivy City Co. has a lot more pretty exact, not exuberant, but just better dresses than this. So this was a pretty plain dress. I thought it was very chic though, but yeah, only went for $35. This next sale is kind of pitiful. This is this Doc Martens or Dr. Martens beige leather buckles casual platform grunge travel sandals size 5. In my description, I put the keywords neutral, summer, and gorpcore. I bought these at the Goodwill outlet for $8. These were pretty heavy. They're like clunky. The sole is very clunky. If you own any Dark Martens, you know. And these only sold for $17, but I only had them originally listed for $25 because there was some yellowing along the front and back part of the insole. There was also some tarnishing of where the metal was, and so it kind of made the leather blue. And also, these were a smaller size. So I accepted a $17 offer, 8 into 17, not that great. My profit is $5.60. These only took 19 days to sell. And like I couldn't pass up Doc Martens at the Goodwill outlet. I just couldn't do it. But I didn't realize how much wear there was until I got home. So probably wouldn't have picked them up in that condition had I been more thorough. This next sale is a purse sale. This is an Anthropologie black faux leather classic scrunched envelope large clutch. In my description, I put the keywords neutral, minimalist, contemporary, going out, event, and date night. This actually originally was supposed to have like a crossbody chain strap, but it was missing that, but it was still a really cute clutch, excellent condition. There was one little imperfection on the corner, but really good condition nonetheless. I bought this at a regular thrift store for $4, and it was actually like hiding. All their purses at this thrift store are hung up, but this one was kind of like hiding on the side where a few purses had fallen down and someone had been too lazy to pick them up. And I spotted this purse, paid $4, sold for $17, which was an offer that I accepted. I think I originally had it listed for $25. My earnings are $9.60, and this purse took 106 days to sell. Next, we have this Bonobos. I might be saying that wrong. It might be Bonobos. You get the gist. Bonobos gray, 100% cotton, slim fit, blue, mini check blazer, suit jacket, size 40 regular. I don't know why I put blue in there. Maybe that was what the inside was or something, but this blazer is definitely gray. In my description, I put the keywords business, church, wedding, tailored, quality, professional, and neutral. I bought this from the Goodwill outlet for $4. I accepted a $37 offer. I think I originally had it listed at like $45 or something. And so my profit is $25.60, and this took 107 days to sell. I don't usually sell men's blazers or men's suit jackets because I just don't like taking the extra time, and I'm not that well versed in what brands sell well for men's blazers, but it definitely is an untapped market. If you do the research, you could sell a lot more men's blazers than I do and for some good money. Here's another bag sale. I've been selling a lot of bags lately. Not a ton, but a lot more than I usually do. This is a Guess brown tan duffel blue strap black lining shoulder strap overnight bag. In my description, I put the keywords vacation, summer travel, airplane, cute, chic, and girls trip. I bought this at a garage sale for $3. It sold for $31. I think I originally had this listed at like $50, and then I ended up lowering the price to $35. And then after Prime Lister sent out its offer, $31 it went for. So my earnings are $21.80, but this took 269 days to sell. So I just made the mistake of pricing it too high. But this was in impeccable condition, really cute bag, had literally no signs of wear. I spotted it on my way out. I think I was like leaving the garage sale and then I spotted this and I was like, you know what? That's in a really good condition. So I bought it too. We have this Adriana Papel green, which I spelled incorrectly, floral cowl neck, jacquard, chiffon, ruffle maxi dress, size 2. In my description, I put the keywords wedding guest, formal, elegant, flowy, feminine, and girly. I saw this at the thrift store and I thought it was beautiful. It wasn't like in the specific formal wear section, it was just tucked in with the maxi dresses. Saw that it was Adriana Papel. I don't like to pick up dresses that are size 1, 0 to 2. This was only marked at $6, and I accepted a $25 offer even though it was listed at 50 or 40 because sales were slow. And so I had the mindset of let's just accept sales and it'll bring more sales, which was true. Once I got the dress home, actually, I noticed some tearing of one of the straps. So that also lessened the value of the dress. So my profit after my cost of goods and what it sold for is $14, and this took 75 days to sell. Second to last sale, we have this L Artiste black leather tan cute girly slip-on sporty V clogs size 38 or size 7.5. In my description, I put the keywords summer artsy, granola girl, boho, bohemian, gypsy, hippie, low heel, and wedge. I bought these from a regular thrift store for $6. They sold for $27, which was an offer that I accepted. So my earnings are $15.60. These took 144 days to sell, but I think they're like slip-on flats kind of in a way, but they are also sandals because they have no back heel area. But yeah, these are really cute, and I've sold this brand one other time in a pair of boots that I got at the Goodwill outlet that were really pretty and colorful. Keep an eye out for the brand L Artiste because it definitely is a highly desired brand. They make really artsy, pretty shoes. This pair of shoes wasn't too artsy, but I think it was really cute and it was in really good condition and it had that Mary Jane kind of style. Last sale for this video is this new Madewell olive green pleated tapered leg easygoing crepe dress pants size 6. In my description, it put the keywords comfy, neutral, business, casual, office, workwear, and career. I also got this little description paragraph thing directly from Madewell's website. I was actually able to find stock photo for this pair of pants, but not in this specific colorway. This was like a green kind of olive color, and the stock photos I could find were in different colors. And there was like a brownish color, but it was wrong brown color. So I did include a stock photo for these pants to really show off how they fit, but I didn't put them as my main photo because the color was different. These were new with tags, which is why I got them. I bought them for $7. They were originally marked at $12.99, but then it was actually half off of the tag, so that's great. And they sold for $30, which was an offer that I accepted, and so that makes my profit $17. And this only took 9 days to sell. Madewell is a brand I don't normally pick up. Sometimes we'll pick it up in specific types of jeans, but this was new with tags and it was career wear. And I think particular career wear Madewell pieces can do well. So glad I picked this up. Would pick this up again. But yeah, that's all the sales I wanted to go through with you guys.
That's it for this what sold video. Thank you so much if you stayed tuned to the end. This was a longer what sold video. I just had so many sales that I wanted to show you guys on every different platform for different reasons, because sometimes items sell that don't have the best sell-through rate, but because of the way that I worded the item, put keywords in, or because of the fact that I simply listed it on 5 different platforms, that's the reason it sold. So I had a lot of sales to go through with you guys, but thank you, like I said, if you stuck around to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully. Bye.